Hey guys, this is Lilith Evernight, and thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, um, well, this is a channel based on spirituality. Mostly, I introduce myself through just witchy topics or tarot. Sometimes I pretty much is just to sum it all up, it's art and spirituality. So, you know, I'm an artist as well. Sometimes not most of the time you'll see my paintings, or sometimes I may put my poetry, or mostly it's my music. Sorry about that. Mostly it's my music. So, when it comes to my art. But most of the time, I'm here just talking about spiritual vlogs and the spiritual journey as I vlog. So, I decided to make another Book of Shadows vlog. I mean, a Book of Shadows tour. I made a first one, so you could probably go and check that one out. Um, it's somewhere in my channel, or I'll probably post a link or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get to the point. So I also wanted to start off with this necklace that I got right here. This is my Lilith necklace, which I adore so much. I just got it in the mail today, and I always wanted to get a necklace based on my goddess. I have such a long journey on how I met Lilith and how I really believe I was channeling through her. I wish I had I don't know if I could find my old MySpace, but I had a picture that I had drew, sorry for the nails, I had to paint my nails, that I drew of a woman looking into the mountains, and she had a snake around her body. And eventually synchronicities started coming through. One time I opened a baby name book, and the first name that drew me in was the name Lilith, and I didn't know anything about her. Then as I started going into the Wicca journey, I started learning about the goddesses and gods and deities, and her name was in there. And it just kind of went from there. And I really just got inspired by her as a woman and how strong she was, and how, I was really just mad at the fact that she was demonized for standing up for herself when she didn't feel that she was treated equally by Adam. And I had a tough spot with, God in my life back then when I was a younger teen, or when I was a teenager. But I still was very spiritual. But I later soon to realize that it was all one. And that is what she taught me. So, anyway, I also figured out that she's also connected, this symbol of her is also connected to Inanna and Ishtar, which is another Anunnaki goddess. So I thought that was pretty awesome. If you really look at the necklace, you could kind of it has some Anunnaki vibes going on. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. But let me just get to the point. Okay, so this is my one of my older Book of Shadows. I have a few that I'm working on. Or yeah, so this is the one that I had ever since my spiritual awakening. Out here probably like 3 years ago. Um, So I've had a couple other spiritual awakenings, but not to this extent. You know what? I'm just gonna put this necklace over here because I don't want to break it. So this is what it looks like inside. I hope like you guys can see. Okay, there we go. It's just like some little doodles right here, right? It's kind of blurry. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So you turn ashes into beauty. That is what it says right there. And there's onyx that I drew. This is my journey of wanting to start my being a psychic writer. So I used this notebook to also start my psychic writing. And I wrote down some dreams. It just says I saw fairies. I saw fairies in my dreams. I saw two moons looking into the sky. As I was looking into the sky, that was also in my dreams. It says this is like, my younger times. Well, not really too younger, but I'm pretty sure some of my perceptions have changed or my opinions, but let's just see what they say anyway. It says, change a thought and you'll change a feeling, and change a feeling and you'll change your current reality. He said, okay, that was one quote. I don't know if I got that from someone. Um, he said, don't have what? I wrote in handwriting. Don't let, don't let something in the future make you think that everything is. Oh, don't think that fame and future and don't think that fame and the fortune may is completion pretty much. Because I was in a stage in my life where I really wanted to be in the music industry and all of that. So that's another story for another time. It says you admire all the stars all around you. Yet you realize that you're a star as well, surrounded by many other stars. If you don't fear the fire, it won't burn you. When afraid of it, it won't kill you. So that was just like some things talking about vibrations and frequencies, and just, if you're not afraid of the fire, then it won't burn you. Which, if you really look at the Aztecs, they were always holding fire in their hands. They were always touching fire. Like, it was like no big deal. So I really felt like they were really in tune with the dimensions and frequencies, and they just were in a different mindset to do those kind of things. So it says, love for the earth. The moon was wanting, and it's so imperfect. That's what makes it perfect. And then I put a quote: in your hate, I have found God. In your sin, I have found love. In your faith, I have found forgiveness. Blessed be. Be fearless and follow your gifts and talents, because they are very real. You can be anything you want. Don't let anything put you down. You are success, talent, a shaman, amazing, an artist in all that you are. I was in a very, rose colored glass kind of energy in some of this, because I put you are going to be famous, because I was really trying to channel in that very witchy, powerful energy that I was going for. But anyway, that was when I did a long time ago. That was a few years ago. That was in 2017. Um, and it says, lately I have been experiencing strange activity that I would say is paranormal. Maybe my third eye is fully awakening. A few weeks ago, I was in my backyard, and it was around 9 or 10 p.m. and it gets really dark out here. But anyway, but I enjoyed the cool nights in my backyard, seeing the moon and feeling more spiritually connected. So, on this particular night, I saw a UFO question mark a few blocks away from my backyard above the hills, but pretty far up above the sky. So it was far up the sky. It was so far up the sky, but very visible. You can tell that it was rotating. I even recorded it that night. And then a few minutes after, I heard um I heard a owl hooting. I heard an owl pretty much down the backyard, which is one of my favorite animals, an animal I see on rare occasions, alone, alone, on rare occasions alone. But I connect very dearly with, or I connect very, dearly with. I guess I said that wrong, but who knows? Um, After all that I had seen, after all that, I see a cat, so black. I remember that cat. It was like a shadow person, but is how like you see shadow people, but it was a cat version in the middle of the night. And I would just say that And then I said, I would just say like a shadow person, like I just said, in my backyard, walking towards the ending point of my fence. Before I got there, it vanished. Before it got to reach the fence, the end of the fence, it vanished into thin air like mist. At some point, it was not. At some point, not before seeing the cat, I looked down the street to my right, and I see a tall, dark apparition running around, and I see it almost like electric waves. I almost see like electric waves in the atmosphere as well. And so that was the end of my day, the end of my night. I wasn't scared, more like intrigued. Then a few days later, in my front yard, a friend and I were working on a garden. We're working on my garden. And I tell her what I experienced that night. And as we were working, it gets dark, and she's on the side of the house, and she has no visible view of the front yard anymore because she's putting away the garden tools. And I'm behind her, but I still have a clear view of the yard. While talking, I hear a noise, like footsteps walking on the dirt and rocks, and as I looked up, I see an apparition again, like a shadow person walking through the wall of my home. And as soon as I do that, as soon as that happens, the black shadow cat runs towards me and on my garden where my sunflowers are planted. But it gets to me and vanishes before it gets to me, it vanishes into thin air again. And as I think maybe this is a spirit animal of mine. This is like when I was discovering myself and everything. So as a witch, I was kind of just discovering if magic was real, completely real. But then when I moved into nature, the desert area, I started learning that nature is magic, especially someone who lives in the desert. So yeah, that's mostly what the story was about. And the other part of the story is just about a lady who came up to me, and she was a psychic medium, and she was just telling me about a family member who had possibly a certain name, and Aunt Betsy. And it was just kind of weird because I was actually trying to become a psychic medium, a better one. And this woman just comes up to me and claims to be a psychic medium, but I had never told her anything. So actually, today I was reading a book that I think would be very interesting to also put on my channel. It's called Talking to Spirit. So, which helps a lot if you're a tarot reader or, just even if you're not, if you just feel connected to spirit or the spirit realm. So it has a lot of tips in there. So anyway, this is what I said. Okay, my garden, what I planted. Purple coneflower, sage, sunflowers, moonflowers, English lavender, another type of lavender, amaranth, which is also called love lies bleeding, which I always thought was a cool name for a plant, catnip, and lemon thyme. This is a chant that I made. This was on 4/20, 2017 by Lilith Evernight. So this is a great, powerful spell that I did on myself multiple times, and it actually works. I was in doubt. Like, this was most of these things that I had made in this Book of Shadow is when I was like starting to become a more powerful witch again. But anyway, it says, I will heal myself. I will love myself. I will connect with my spirit. I will be at peace and the others around me. Blessed be. I wrote that and I said that every single day just as a little small chant, and it actually became my reality. I swear to God. So if you want to try that out, or if you want a separate video for this chant, let me know. So, and then I put my magical name, but in, magical letters. And I put runes here. So once again, if you ever need healing, even for this corona and you just want to remove that fear mindset in these times and days, it's a great little chant to help, just to help enhance that healing. So it says, once again, I will heal myself. I will love myself. I will connect with my spirit. I will be at peace and the others around me. Blessed be. That is, once again, like I said, is a very powerful healing chant slash spell. It's also great to use when you want to light a candle, for healing purposes. If you want to use a white candle or a green candle and put little herbs in there and carve whatever symbols you feel resonate to you. This is a great chant to pray over or say over your candle, which I did do a candle spell, healing spell on my channel, which would also be great, you know? I noticed that I've always been good at healing spells, probably because I just had to do a lot of shamanic work on myself. I became an accidental shaman when I became very ill at some point in my life, and I did not trust anything but magic. I know it sounds crazy to some people, but I did. I wasn't sure where to go, so I just decided to become this wounded healer. And then later down the road, I became a shaman. So that is why I am a shamaness, aka my own self medicine woman. So my kitty is out there, but hold on. The energy and the intentions are already in the candle because you are the energies and intentions. What I meant by it is that, okay, let me go and get my kitty cat. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get my cat inside because she was like begging to come in. Hopefully there's no more kitties or fur babies that want to come in this video because I really want to make this real quick. Yeah, so I was talking about candles and intentions here. It just says the candle and the intentions are already in the candle, or I would say more so, the candle is just an object. You are the magic. So therefore, the only way that you can get the candle to work is to, of course, set the intention into the candle. You give it that energy in time. And that's just really what I was trying to say here on that page. What else is here? All right, so let's get to the next one. This is artistic ideas spell. My spell for artistic ideas, or also a ritual. Okay, so it says purple candle or a yellow candle. Invoke fire for creative passion, and these are the symbols: pentacles for invoking fire and banishing fire. Stones for artistic creative ideas are topaz, kunzite, aquamarine. The runes will be Ken, and these are the runes right here. I can't really pronounce them. And Benningsen essential oil, and herbs, which is mugwort, which I already have some, luckily. All right, so let's just get to the point. You do this on a waxing moon. You may also summon fairies for creative artistic pursuits in a ritual on Wednesday. So yeah, there you go. And then this is just talking about snowflake obsidian. The crystal is actually a volcanic glass that is formed when lava cools. a calming cool stone of purity and is perfect for helping us overcome lingering energy of regret from making mistakes and providing peaceful release, allowing us to shift our thoughts to the positive, allowing serenity to gently enter. So pretty much I think Snowflake Obsidian is also great for, the way you would use regular obsidian, not, or, any black stone that absorbs negative energy. And then I was talking to, oh yeah, I didn't finish this page, but under the zodiac sign, I didn't know this, are the seraphim, cherubim, and thrones, if that's what I'm saying. My natal chart. So if anyone who watches if anyone is a subscriber on my channel and you are really great at astrology, I mean, I know that I'm pretty good at it as well. I just need to touch up. But anyway, if you see any placements in here that you clearly see in me, you can always put that in the comments below and see what, planets you really see in my personality traits. But anyway, Sun in Taurus. I'm a Sun in Taurus. I have Moon in Taurus, Mercury in Aries, Venus in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, Jupiter in Leo, Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus in Capricorn, and Neptune in Capricorn, Pluto in Scorpio, Lilith in Capricorn. Ascendant node is Capricorn. I probably said that wrong. My ascendant sign, aka rising, is Leo. Second house in Leo, third house in Virgo, fourth house in Libra, fifth house in Sagittarius, sixth house in Capricorn, and seventh house in Aquarius, eighth house in Aquarius, and ninth house in Pisces, in midheaven in Aries. So if you see anything, if you guys love talking about astrology, and if you feel any placements you really stand out in me, let's talk about it. And I did, oh my God, I want to talk about Egyptian astrology. So this is my whole natal chart. Sun conjunction Moon, and then Sun sextile Mars, and there you go. I'm just not gonna do that whole thing because I'm still kind of learning this part a little bit. It's not that hard. I've kind of already did, but I just forget. And then here's some other parts of my natal chart. Those are all me. And oh yeah, I forgot about this too. Yeah, so that's my natal chart. I think that's Western astrology, I believe. So this was just a little ritual I was doing. It's just like saying things to do, healing, yoga, focusing on the healing arts, whatever, using art to heal, painting or music. I consider that, or dancing, a part of the healing arts in many ways. So yeah, that's it on that. This is a poem I wrote, Invisible Pages That I Walk Amongst. I guess I can read this real quick. It says, "You're a prodigy, a gift at that, a plethora of things unanswered. The sky so deep as the ocean where the sirens swim, singing along to tragedies that create harmony. I speak in many voices, but I speak in you, because I am you. Yet in a different image, in smoky mirrors where dimensions exist, I am the stars in the sky, a light without smoke, smoke without light. I am all a gorgeous nightmare, a cutthroat dream, a grim fairy tale, a raven in the sky, a messenger that goes blind yet has seen with blissful ignorance of high intelligence. The blooming flower of rebellion that blooms under dark moon, of sunless mornings, invisible skies where nothing exists but the book I'm writing in." So that was my little poem. So this is my Egyptian zodiac sign. Um, Anubis, that is my Egyptian zodiac sign, which is the god of death. Through May 8th through the 27th and June 29th and July 13th. So my birthday is May 13th. So my Egyptian zodiac sign, once again, is Anubis, the god of death, which I think is like so badass because I'm a dark ass person. I love dark things. I love La Santa Muerte. I'm goth. I'm very witchy. I like the darker side of life. I love Lilith as well. She's a dark goddess as well. So I wasn't surprised. Um, so anyway, let's get to the point. Keywords are cunning, intelligent, sympathetic. People born under this sign, Anubis, are very passionate and creative. They prefer solitude and function when working alone. They are very emotional and sensitive. Yes, that is so true. Their emotions can be very intense. Yeah. And unpredictable. They are they are introverts who enjoy peace and quiet over loud and crowded places. Even though they're introverts, they what does it say? Even though they enjoy credit, they exert a very confident and authoritative energy that others have a natural respect for. They have no inhibitions when it comes to speaking their mind. That is so 100% true. I was just in that mode right now. Yes, I'm definitely Anubis. If they feel that someone is wrong, they speak about it, and they often question the things as if they're I don't know what I wrote there. And they don't place anyone on a pedestal regardless of their rank or position. Astute and conservative, they love exploring. That is so true though. I don't I see everyone as equal. Like I don't put someone on a pedestal if they're being like a piece of shit or something like that or being corrupt or whatever. I like to see people as human just like I am. So, yeah, that is true. Um, I'm not disrespectful, but if they're disrespecting me, of course. But anyway, I have so many stories about that, like, because I was like really tripping on some bullshit going on in my neighborhood. And, these people, they just somehow think that I'm a child or some shit. And I'm like, no, like, just because I be going through some battles doesn't mean, I'm not a grown woman? So, anyway, that's another story on a different time. Astute and conservative. They love exploring the mysteries of life and can be lifelong learners. That is so true. Oh my God. So it says they're observant of others and are often aware of others' thoughts. Yes. And motives beforehand. Interested in the subjects of teaching and psychology. That is so true. Because I took a little psychology class when I took college in the season. And I just love psychology, and they're attracted to the metaphysical and the occult subjects. Okay, I have a synchronicity with Harley Quinn. I was a big fangirl of A7X, aka Avenged Sevenfold, and they had these weird, crazy names like Sinister Gates. So I decided that I would name myself something too. I was like trying to be the female Sinister Gates, so I called myself Harley Villains. I didn't even know that the Joker had a girlfriend, and that was way before Harley Quinn was even the Harley Quinn that these girls are obsessed with. She was hidden, and it was just like kind of weird how her story is very similar to mine. We both went to school for psychology, and both of our lovers are like assholes and a little like, have narcissistic behaviors and all these kind of things going on. But it's like I can go on. I'm not gonna say he's a bad person 100%, but that's another time for another day. So I'm gonna have to read. I'm gonna do some Egyptian astrology. So if you guys have something that you want to talk about on that, just let me know. Oh my God, I didn't know this video was gonna take a long time. So I was doing some readings on Sharon Tate, the girl that got killed by not Marilyn, Charles Manson, the actress, and that's some of those are personal and deep for me to really talk about right now. And then I did Judy Garland as well, and then I was just writing some notes about it. And this is an Unlock Yourself Tarot spread. These are just all my practice tarots when I was like a baby tarot reader. I'm still like more in the middle of my readings in my process of it. So I did Chester Bennington. This was years ago. This was Chris Cornell. I think I'm going to do Chris Cornell again. Carrie Fisher. I was just doing random people. I'm not saying I was fans of them. But, oh my God, this is Marilyn Manson. Why do I keep saying Marilyn Manson? Charles Manson. Okay, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Temperance. Did he have the devil in here? He had the Emperor, the Hierophant. Yeah, he had that energy, Hierophant energy to his tribe, or whatever the fuck you call it, to those people that were following him. So these are just little notes. This is Roman Polanski. I always got like a weird vibe from him. And I wrote this when I was on shrooms, and I swear I was in different dimensions, and they were, whatever it was, something was erasing these words, and there was no way in hell that they could be erased, because I mean, of course you're writing it and it's supposed to be there, but it's not only that, but it was also ink. The words were moving around. So that's how I knew we were like in some weird timeline dimension where things like that can change sometimes. So this is like an affirmation about prosperity and success. Enchanted Sparrow board questions. They're not really big questions, very just generic questions from my personal life. And more, late night moments of seeing ghosts and spirits and all of that. And then this is when I channeled in something. I don't know why I drew this, but later on I found out that I was drawing a pineal gland because I was trying so hard around this time to open my third eye. So I did a lot of shrooms back then, which is an amazing thing, but too much of anything can be bad. And these are just things that I wrote on what I wanted to be: an artist, a poet, a singer, a musician. I still have not been able to astral project the way I want to. I can go through and merge through dimensions, and so. Oh, I also wrote wanting to be a psychic medium, and I'm really feeling like I'm really getting that answer on that. So, especially as a tarot reader. This is Nina Simone. Like I said, I just was doing random ass celebrities who I just felt drawn to. I don't know why necessarily, but I might have been fans, and some of them are not. They were just practice readings and more, late night, diary moments. And this is a song I wrote. It's called it's called Blood Moon. It was based on a twin flame relationship that I had. And I was mad at him one day, and the moon was, it was a blood moon when I was really mad at him. And we had not been able to talk. We were not talking around that time. And I just decided to start writing music again. This was my first song, I think. I had 2 songs that I had wrote. This is one of my first ones. And it was kind of like an Evanescence kind of vibe going on with this song. So I might, who knows, I might play it over my piano and record it for my YouTube channel. It's been years though. And this is my whole like theories on what the Illuminati was to me, and how there's like I was channeling. It says, if you really want the job, you would get it. This is another song I called City of Fallen Angels, Dot Parts. I was just writing different things, and then this is like the Illuminati pyramid. I was trying so hard to find out if the Illuminati was real at that time, and I didn't get any information in any books or any things like that, but I got a channel, and when I found out, it shook me up. And Unfortunately, you got their puppets who want to harass you and shit. After you find out, you know. So anyway, I was really deep into Freemasonic knowledge, and if they were magicians, if they were, satanic, if they were worshiping worshiping the Baphomets. I was really, really deep into some dark stuff, like trying to find out because